the day after the 47th anniversary of Malcolm X's murder, we are lucky to have a panel of speakers that will help us unpack and raise questions about the role of police in our society today and what we can do about it. So I'm just going to introduce our speakers tonight. First we have Reverend Walker, the father of Jateik Reed, victim of police brutality in the Bronx. We were supposed to have Mary Black, a mom who's organizing against her son's victimization by stop and frisk, but she couldn't be here tonight. We have Alfredo Carrasquillo of Vocal New York, who will speak a little bit about what he's doing. Jazz Hayden, whom many of you maybe have heard about, is a member of the Campaign to End the New Jim Crow, and is a recent victim of an illegal stop and frisk retaliatory arrest. And finally, we'll have Kienga Yamada Taylor, who is a member of the ISO, the International Socialist Organization, and an activist for housing justice. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to them. We're going to do about 10 minutes for each speaker, and then we'll have about 50 minutes at the end for an open discussion and questions. So, Reverend Walker, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening once again. I'm Reverend Walker. I'm from the Union Grove Baptist Church in the Bronx. My pastor is Reverend Frederick Crawford. I also do prison ministry, and I also speak to the youth throughout the Bronx. I'm here today to speak about the police brutality that is going on in the Bronx, and it's really out of hand. You know, it's really gotten out of hand, and for one thing is that the community has gotten lazy. The community has gotten very lazy due to the fact that the police can just come in the community and do what they choose to want to do. You know, as we know, they are not above the law, but they show that they are above the law because the community allows them to be above the law at this time. My son Jateik was brutally beaten, very bad, by the 42nd Precinct. You know, it's not a shock to me, and, you know, and I get a lot of questions as to why I'm not down and bitter about it, because this is not the first child that's been through this in the Bronx. You know, so when it happened to my own child, I was already in the fight. You know what I'm saying? But it do takes a toll on the family to know to say, hey, this can happen to your own. And I'm already out there trying to prevent this from happening to other children. You know, the police need to be policed. And that police have to come from us as a community. We have to be on top of certain things when it comes to our community. And the community needs to be more in communication with each other. You know, there's a lack of communication within the community itself. And believe you me, the police department sees that division amongst the community. They know when there's no love in the community, they know they can infiltrate and do what they want. You know, they not dumb. You know, they have psychologists, they have counseling, and they tell them what's going on. That's how they know how to come into our community and abuse our children. Not only our children, parents as well. The kids are not the only ones that are being abused in the community. You know, but as a collective of a whole, us as a community, we need to start being more together. We need to start speaking more to each other. We need to be more aware of what's going on. We need to let someone know who's working from, say, 9 in the morning to 4 in the evening, then the person that's working from 3 to 11, everybody needs to be in touch with each other to say, listen, this is what's going down in our community. This is what you need to watch out for. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is going to keep going on. As long as our community is silent and divided, this abuse is going to go on and it's going to go on. You know, when I was coming up as a child, my community was well intact with each other. You know, you couldn't go down the block without a parent knowing where you was at. And I'm not blaming our community, but we need to take some fault of what's going on. You know, and sure enough, we cannot let these officers get away what they did, or what they plan to do, or what's going to happen for the future. You know what I'm saying? Because the power's in our hand. We hired them. We vote, we pay taxes, we do all of this. And we need to have some say-so of what goes on. We need to have some say-so about who's representing these police officers, who's investigating these police officers and these precincts. Up in the Bronx, we have no Latinos, no black inspectors in these precincts. None. None whatsoever. And my brother Abdul right here is a good brother for getting information. And he found out a lot of information for us about what's going on up in our community. And it's sad that we don't have no Latinos or no black inspectors in the precincts for the people, for the community. And they there for the community, not for the precinct. They there to watch them, to see what they're doing, to make sure that they're doing the right thing when it comes to our community. But I'm tired of it, seeing our children being beat, stopped. Some of our children get pulled off the street, and these police cars, they never make it to the precinct. We have children that come back to us and say the cops took them around and took them in a park, stripped them down naked, and none of these incidents have been reported. None of these incidents are filed in the precinct. And when we go to these precincts, the captains, the deputies, who are all in these prisons, they don't know nothing that's going on. But it is happening every day. A lot of our children is being pulled off the street in a van, 4 or 5 of them, taken in the parks, stripped, beat up, and just sent on their way. And this is something with the community. So we got to start being nosy, for real. We really have to start being nosy. When you hear something, look out your window, peek, open that curtain. We have to be nosy, because these, like I said, the police know. Like, they know the rules. They know what they know. They know what they're not supposed to do and what they should do. But we let them get away with this because we say nothing. We say nothing. And every time they walk into our community, believe you me, somebody's going to be victimized, whether it's verbal or physical. And verbal abuse is just as bad as physical. You have some people that don't even want to walk out their house because of what the police is going to do to them, what they're going to say to them. You know, police is coming into communities, threatening people, ain't making gun marks with their hand like they're going to kill people. You know, and people are scared. People are tired. People are tired. So we have to get out and let our voices be heard. Laws have to be changed. They have to be changed. We need to change. We need to stand together. We need to let these people know who we are.